フルカウンター
Alright, so you've just pulled the new Shield Hero characters and now you want to know what the best gear set for the characters. Well, today we're going to go through all of them individually and also go through the substats, because I'd say out of this collaboration, these are a lot different in comparison, because Naofumi and also Raphtalia are the second and third character in the game that focus on the defensive stat, and we kind of got used to a little bit with Reinhardt and Barn and the whole basic human team where they base the actual damage of HP, when now they're doing enough defense. However, the stats for the characters are a little bit weird to where you actually would rather go for certain roles that you wouldn't normally go for, so let's just jump into it. What I will say is though, on the game right now, although when you're watching it, it may be updated, but you can click this little bookmark at the top and it will tell you the best gear set, so you can just check what other people are using. However, right now you can see it's not working, so that's why I'm making this video. So let's start with Naofumi. So the most important thing about Naofumi and also Raphtalia are these are based off defense. All of their damage skills and the damage in itself come from the defensive stat, right? So your job is to max out this defensive stat as much as possible, otherwise you're not going to do as much damage. So it's a given that we're going to give the character triple defense, because if you don't know, when you do use 2 defensive pieces, you are going to get the 20% bonus. So we do have 60% bonus here, which is quite nice. However, the most important thing now is what are the substat rolls. So the bottom one, pretty simple, although I haven't maxed them out yet because I'm still working on it. You want to give this full HP, standard stuff, right? You don't really care about anything else but HP, so max that out to full HP. Same for the middle pieces, give it full defense. Like I mentioned, the character is based off defense, so all of your damage come from your defensive stats, so make sure, if anything else, make sure these are full 50%, which I'm starting to do right now. And yeah, we've done quite a decent job so far, apart from this piece. I do need to get more antidotes here, but yeah, max these out to full defense. But then what about the top 2 pieces? Now, as you can see right now, the best gear set I think so for him is, or I guess substat, is probably just full pierce. And the reason why is because people are giving him crit chance from what I've seen. And he just doesn't crit. His crit chance is 6 or 58%, very low by the way. And he doesn't have Sever, so he doesn't have triple crit chance, which we'll get to later on. And you've really got to have around 150 to even like 100 minimum to crit festival characters. So yes, you may crit, you know, the other weak characters like, let's say, Brunhild and Sigurd. But when it comes to festivals and the long term, when you're just getting crazy crit resistance against festival characters, you're not going to really crit. So having the extra about 50% crit chance, is it going to make that much of a difference? So you'd rather just go full pierce, obviously, because if you're not critting, then the crit damage doesn't make any sense. Attack doesn't make any sense other than CC, which may be a strat if you want to start first against other Naofumis. But if you want to do damage, you might as well just get the extra bit of pierce on, which will increase your damage by a little bit, not too much, but enough to where even if you don't crit, you're still doing a little bit extra damage. But yeah, I think you could definitely go for attack just to get the CC, because if it is a mirror match, the person who starts first will probably win. I would see him in a mirror match, but I haven't done testing yet, so not too sure, so do let me know. But yeah, for Naofumi, the way I'm doing it is the way I've done it so far, is definitely full pierce cards, full defense of course, and a full HP with triple defense set. Let's move on to Raphtalia now. Alright, so Raphtalia, the way you want to gear her up is the exact same, almost the exact same as Naofumi, but a little bit different, so I'll go through in a second. But she is based off defense as well, so obviously the more defense you have, the more damage you're going to do. So you want to make sure, the same as Naofumi, you give her triple defense set, and the bottom 2 pieces, make sure they are HP, make sure the middle pieces are defense. Once again, I'm still working on it, a lot of stuff to do today. And then the top 2 pieces are a little bit different. So what she has is Sever, which is basically triple crit chance. However, I've even tested this and sometimes it doesn't even crit. So I think with her, you want to get a little bit extra crit chance. So her crit chance is, let's say, around 100% maybe. And then at triple, it's 300% crit chance, which is definitely a lot better. Because as it is right now, I am not critting even with Sever, which is quite bad, right? I would say you probably want to get around the 80% mark, because for Echidna, she never really misses a crit. So 80% is where you want to be at, and the Raphtalia is around 50%. So getting around 20 to 30 extra percent crit chance would definitely be a lot better for your Sever card. So with her, you probably want to max out crit chance and crit damage, maybe lean a bit more into the crit chance so she actually can crit, and maybe even crit on her actual other skill, which is obviously Flood. Once again, this doesn't have the triple multiplier to it, so at that point, your crit chance is 57%. So this will not not be critting. However, because you are critting sometimes on the actual service skill, you actually don't mind maxing out your crit damage. But at that point, like I said, her crit chance is so low that you may not be critting too often. So get a little bit of crit chance, we'll triple it to where you can crit more defensive characters and more actually with characters with high resistance. And yeah, that's the way I'm going for her. Once again, we're going to do bottom pieces with HP, middle pieces with defense, and then probably lead a bit more onto maybe a full piece of just full crit damage for this one. And in this one, I'll give a bit of crit damage and crit chance because that is probably the best way to go for her. Alright, so Filo, the best cock in the game. So she is a normal character DPS, so what you're used to. However, I'd say for her, it's very situational about how you've actually built her up, basically. So whether you bought cosmetics, whether you got her 6-6. So let me explain. So at the moment right now, I haven't bought cosmetics, and I also didn't unfortunately get her 6-6, even though I spent 1.8k diamonds. But right now, because I'm lacking CC, because I haven't gotten a 6-6, I probably do not want to give her attack crit. Because if you don't know, right now, my CC, as you can see right now, is 35. But if I apply 2 crit pieces instead of defense, I go down to 33,000. So honestly, unless your character has max cosmetics and also 6-6, I probably wouldn't give her attack crit because once again, if you don't start first, you've probably lost, right? So at that point, I would probably rather give her attack defense. However, the character is doing unreal numbers to the point that you're probably overkilling with attack defense. So at that point, even though you're probably overkilling on HP defense, you could possibly go for a HP crit because once again, HP is going to give you more extra CC than you would if you're normally to have obviously attack defense. As you can see right now, we have around a little bit more CC, I believe, and obviously we're more tanky now, and now our crits do a lot more damage because once again this character is critting like crazy because her crit chance is like literally like 100-200% basically. So once again, I would personally, because I'm more of an unknown main, I am going to be making her probably HP defense and auto attack crit just so I can switch between the two whenever I keep getting out CC'd. And I would say as well, if your team CC is a bit lacking, like right now, you really kind of want to use go for it first. So go for it, it's level 19, no cosmetics, and also is not level 100. So at that point, I'm losing a bit of CC from him. So Filo can probably compensate a little bit by going HP defense or HP crit, for example. So where she's still doing crazy damage, but also has more CC with her, and we can start first. Like I mentioned, she's so important you start first. So you want to kind of work around the character, work around your team a little bit. But I'll say standard right now is probably attack defense, unless you're balling in CC, and at that point you could probably go attack crit and do wonders as well. So once again, I don't mind for her. You can give her both gear sets, but for me, I'm going to build up, yeah, probably both, just so I can switch between the two depending on where I am right now in the meta. Alright, Kizuna. So she is a free-to-play character and is more or less used in Labyrinth, so that doesn't really require gear if I'm not mistaken. And also, I guess the original demon. But the original demon is not one-shotting you and not doing crazy damage. So for Kizuna, it's very simple. Probably don't even make her gear. Unless you obviously want to make a UR gear because you like the character and you want to make a gear set for the character because why not? Then, yeah, just attack crit probably. Attack defense. Once again, in the original demon, you are not really getting attacked because you're trying to more or one turn most of the time. So at that point, it doesn't really matter if you have attack defense on because you're not going to take damage. And you don't need HP defense. You just give the character, to be fair, like I said, what I'll do is just do this. Boom. Just give her any old pieces and use it in any PvE content because as it is right now, the hardest PvE content, and she is not usable in it, is the actual raid bosses, the demonic beast battles. But like I said, she is not available in it, so it doesn't really matter. I wouldn't say there's that hard PvE content that requires you to give her UR gear. So if anything, just whap on any old gear for her and you'll be fine. But if you want to make a gear set, attack crit, why not, right? She's not really getting attacked, and if she does, then you're probably using the wrong content. So yeah, boys, thank you for watching, and as always, if you did enjoy today's video, it did help out, then do leave a comment and a like as well. And yeah, if you think I'm wrong, then let me know what you built up for your characters and we can leave in the comments and talk about it. So boys, thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.